Theo Silverton's ex-wife Danielle faces serious suspicion next week in Coronation Street after being accused of having a connection to his murder. Danielle is among 6 residents currently under suspicion in the ITV soap's major whodunit storyline. It also becomes clear that she may be concealing details about the night Theo died, with Ryan Connor determined to reveal the truth. The drama begins after Danielle openly blames Theo's partner Todd Grimshaw for the killing, claiming Todd may have wanted Theo's life insurance money. Mary Taylor immediately defends Todd and then turns the accusation back on Danielle, suggesting she could be responsible instead. As Danielle rushes away from the confrontation, Ryan follows her and reveals a shocking detail. He saw her on the night Theo was murdered, placing her near the scene around the time of the crime. Although spoilers keep the exact details secret, Ryan later shares his concerns with Detective Lisa Swain. His information eventually leads to Danielle being taken to the police station for questioning. Whether this makes her the main suspect or proves her involvement remains unclear, leaving viewers waiting for next week's episodes to discover what Ryan witnessed and why it matters so much. Fans have already started sharing theories online about Danielle's possible role in Theo's death. Some viewers believe she may be protecting her son Miles, while others are convinced she is directly responsible or somehow connected to the murder. One viewer wrote on social media, "The spoilers are definitely pointing towards Danielle being suspected, but I'm more curious about what Ryan actually saw and why it makes her look guilty. Maybe he spotted her with Theo or caught her acting strangely." Another fan commented, "I really think Danielle could end up being the killer, but there might also be another twist where Sarah witnessed the murder. Maggie may even have seen Theo fall, which could explain her heart attack." A different viewer added, "At this point it feels like either Danielle or Miles is responsible for Theo's death." Someone else posted, "Could Danielle actually be the murderer? The conversation between her and Todd felt suspicious to me, especially when they were talking about being there for each other." Another fan shared, "I'm not saying Danielle is guilty, but she's definitely hiding something important." One final viewer noticed, "Did anyone else think Danielle looked really suspicious when she delivered those flowers? The way she kept looking around seemed very strange." Coronation Street eliminates major murder suspect, but a heartbreaking twist changes everything. Summer Spellman found herself arrested this week after police began to view her as the leading suspect in Theo's murder case. Suspicion quickly fell on Summer after she was spotted wearing a brooch that was later discovered inside Theo's apartment, leading detectives to bring her in for questioning. Things became even more serious when George Shuttleworth informed DS Lisa Connor Swain that Summer had not been truthful about where she was on the night Theo died. The situation worsened further when officers realized Summer had been preparing to leave the country just before her arrest, making the evidence against her appear even more damaging. Despite the mounting pressure, Summer continued to insist during her police interview that Theo was still alive when she left his flat. During questioning, she suddenly remembered that Tyrone Dobbs had seen her walking away from the building and had even glanced up at the window where Theo was standing at the time. Summer confidently told Lisa that Tyrone would support her version of events, prompting the detective to immediately seek him out for confirmation. While sitting alone in her prison cell, Summer recalled disturbing memories from the night Theo was killed, revealing that he had threatened her during a frightening confrontation. Theo warned her that if she exposed the truth, she would end up seeing Billy Mayhew much sooner than she expected. Viewers will remember that Billy tragically died earlier this year after Theo trapped him inside a burning minivan during the Corriedale crash disaster, leaving him unable to escape before the vehicle exploded. Terrified by Theo's chilling threat, Summer fled the flat, leaving him behind alive exactly as she had told police. Sadly for Summer, the truth did not help her situation. Lisa later returned with devastating news. Tyrone had failed to confirm her story. Summer was left horrified when Lisa informed her that she was officially being charged with murder and could remain behind bars until her trial begins. Now, the question remains whether the real truth will emerge in time, or if Summer could lose her freedom forever over a crime she insists she never committed. Daniel Osborne ignored a serious warning in Coronation Street as he continued growing closer to Jodie Ramsey, despite concerns from those around him. David Platt became uneasy after noticing the pair spending more time together and warned Daniel that Jodie could cause problems. However, Daniel dismissed the advice because he still has no idea that Jodie is secretly behind the cruel online abuse directed at him. During the episode, Daniel struggled emotionally following his suspension from work and the hateful comments connected to his past relationship with Megan Walsh. Wanting to avoid reading more abuse, he admitted he had purposely left his phone at home. Later, Daniel arrived at the bistro with Jodie to apologize to Nick Tilsley after wrongly accusing him and David of trolling him online. Once the misunderstanding was resolved, Jodie announced that it was supposedly her birthday and jokingly hinted about receiving free drinks and cake after seeing Nick hand out freebies earlier in the week. Daniel felt sympathetic towards Jodie after she claimed her family had forgotten her birthday and suggested things were still awkward between herself and David. The restaurant staff and customers later sang happy birthday to her while Nick brought over a cake, but the celebration quickly fell apart when Shona exposed the truth by revealing that Jodie's real birthday is actually in December. Jodie brushed off the lie by insisting it was harmless fun and claimed she only wanted to lift Daniel's spirits with a few free treats. Fortunately for her, Daniel found the situation amusing instead of becoming angry. While Jodie and Shona stepped away for more drinks, David privately warned Daniel once again, telling him Jodie was bad news and advising him to stay cautious around her. Daniel, however, completely misunderstood the conversation because he had only heard Jodie's side of their ongoing conflict. He jokingly suggested that David secretly had romantic feelings for Jodie, leaving David confused by the accusation. As Daniel continues trusting Jodie, viewers are left wondering whether she will succeed in manipulating her way deeper into his life, or if he will finally uncover the truth before it is too late. Coronation Street is broadcast on ITV1 during weekday evenings at 8:30 p.m., with episodes also available to watch online through ITVX.